and I'll hand you over to my colleague Peter Mori to give you more update.
Thank you so much, my colleague Leila Osman. I just need to give our listeners and viewers of SSBC a summary about the issue of immunity of the first vice president. According to Article 103 concerning immunity, it says the president shall be immune from any legal proceedings and shall not be charged or sued in any court of law during his or her tenure of office. Notwithstanding sub-article 1 above, in case of high treason, gross violation of this constitution, or gross misconduct in relation to national affairs, the president may be charged before the Supreme Court upon a resolution passed by a two-thirds majority of all members of the Assembly. The President of the Supreme Court shall, within 7 days after receipt of the impeachment notice referred to Article 2 under sub-article 2 above, constitute a tribunal comprising 3 judges of the Supreme Court to evaluate the allegation in the notice and to report its findings to the Constitutional Panel of the Supreme Court. The President shall be entitled to appear at the proceedings of the tribunal and to be represented by a lawyer or other expert or any other person of his or her choice. If the Constitutional Panel convicts the President, it shall communicate its final verdict to the Assembly, and he or she shall be deemed to have forfeited the office. If the notice for the removal of the President is on the grounds of mental infirmity or physical incapacity, it shall be based on a report submitted to the Assembly by a medical board consisting of qualified and eminent specialists from the Medical Commission in respect of the alleged infirmity or incapacity. Viewers, according to this Article 103, there is nothing mentioned of the first vice president or the vice president. That means the only immune person from impeachment is His Excellency the President. And Article 104 says appointment and removal of the vice president. The vice president shall be appointed by the President, subject to approval by a two-thirds majority of all members of the National Legislative Assembly. The Vice President may be removed by the President or by a decision passed by two-thirds majority of the members of the National Legislative Assembly. If the post of the Vice President falls vacant for any reason, the President shall appoint a replacement. The Vice President shall fulfill the conditions of eligibility for the office of the President as prescribed by this Constitution. To assume office, the Vice President shall take before the President the same oath taken by the President as prescribed by this Constitution. So far, this is what Article 103 and Article 104 said about the Vice President and immunity of the Vice President and the President.